Hi Sneal, this is Steve Bao, and this is Tutor Dr. NJ's Web Presence Report. This document should be attached to the email. I just wanted to go over it real quick with you, and also what I found out about your website and your competition. So this is your website, tutordrnj.com, and as you can see, I think it's a very good looking website. Aesthetically and color-wise, there's nothing I would really change about it. I like how you have the phone number here on the upper right. That's easy to find for customers, and also the opt-in form on the lower left side of the page. You'll be surprised how many people don't actually have a way to capture people's email addresses on their website. So for you to have that, that's great. The only thing is, I don't know how well this converts for you, but it's good that you're tracking IP addresses, which you should, so that you can find out, where people are looking for you, like where they're from geographically. But you probably don't want to show this information. I mean, as a consumer, when I see that, it's like I'm being tracked. I might, be a little turned off by it, and that might stop me from hitting the send button. The other thing that I found was a little confusing was I see you have a blog, okay, and I see you recently updated it, and it's good that you're blogging. I think you should do that. I'm not sure how many people are coming to actually read it. I mean, the thing is, what we would try to do is, try to get your page views up and your blog post views up for this, and see how how people react to it. What's their opinion of your blog post? Are they finding it helpful? What would they like to read more about? I mean, things like that you can ask and get an answer for. The only confusing thing is, on your homepage, you also have a WordPress blog, and it goes to here. I don't know if you intended to do this, or was this just an experiment, but probably in the long run, I would probably advise you to transfer everything on here and put it on your site. That way you get the rewards from your efforts, because right now this is being hosted by WordPress.com, and they're getting the link juice from it, and not you. I also did a little preliminary keyword research for you. You'll see that when you type in Tutor Edison, New Jersey, you actually show up as the #1 local search result. Okay, that's what this little A here is for. The only thing I would do to enhance it is probably put your address if you have one. That way, Google, it'll seem like you're a more established business and that you have a physical location. If you don't, that's fine. It's not a requirement. But yeah, you see how your A is not like in the same shape as B and C. It's probably because you don't have your address. And also, having your address also allows your address to show up in the ads itself. So if you look at Incredible Kids Academy, you'll see that they have their address and it pops out a lot more than the other people's. So that's it. I think you did a great job with the title tag. You have the word Edison, tutors, and in the meta description. The only thing I would consider is maybe try to optimize for tutoring Edison, New Jersey. And the reason I say that is because if you come to Google AdWords keyword tool, you'll see that when you type in Tutor NJ and Tutoring NJ, on first examination, you might think Tutor NJ gets more searches, 3,600 local searches versus 2,900 for Tutoring NJ. But this is the broad match, which means these words can appear in any order, in any sequence, and can be, inside of a paragraph. What I like to do is come over here on the left side and check off phrase match. And the reason I do that is because this gives you a more accurate. This is the actual phrase, in quotes that people type. So now you'll see that Tutor NJ only comes up 390 times per month versus 480 for tutoring. So Tutoring NJ could possibly bring you more traffic and relevant traffic, since it also has a higher cost per click at $4.94 versus $4.46. That means advertisers are willing to pay more for this keyword phrase versus Tutor NJ. And as you can see for Tutoring NJ, 7th spot, which isn't bad. I mean, you're last in terms of the first page local results, but and actually this might help you actually, since you're the only one that's a circle, because I'm assuming you don't have an address, everyone else does, so that actually makes you pop out more, so it might help. I don't know. We would have to test that. And again, I see a lot of advertising on the site, so this is good. This is a good word. This is Google Insights for search. I don't know if you use this at all, but if you don't, you should check it out. It's a really cool way of finding out what type of terms people are searching for locally in New Jersey. So as you can see, I typed in the word tutoring and I set it as United States and New Jersey for the filter. And you'll see locally in our area, these other words are what people are typing that are related to Tutor New Jersey. So the thing that pops out at me immediately is math tutoring, SAT tutoring are types of phrases you might want to build your content around. And you can also see what search terms are rising. So that's just something for you to check out. Now the actual report itself, this is just for your reference. It just summarizes what we've already talked about. And the only reason why our automated script wasn't able to grade it was because it couldn't find an RSS feed. And I mean, this is really something that you can do really easily. Your webmaster or whoever hosts your website just needs to put this little HTML tag in there that tells the search engines what your blog is. Indexed pages, the number of pages Google has in its database about your website. So the more the better. So that's good that you have a decent amount in there. The next section is the optimization section, and this is where I just took a look at your page titles and your meta descriptions. The only little minor thing that I found on the home page was that you had 2 H1 tags. I mean, this isn't a big deal, but you generally only want to have 1 H1 tag on your home page, and that's just because you want to prioritize, what phrase you want to focus on using your H1 tag. And by having more than one, it kind of defeats the purpose of an H1 tag. And also, you have a lot of images, and a lot of the images don't have an alt text. Alt text can only help you. I mean, this is basically the text that you put for images that people with browsers that don't render the images will see. So if you have a picture of a student reading, you would put in alt text student reading, so that people who can't see the images will still see the text describing what the image is. So that's just little stuff that'll give you a little SEO boost. And the only thing I noticed that is probably a big no-no is in the meta descriptions. It seems you're using the same description for pretty much every single page. As you can see, most of all your pages, actually I think all of them, have like the same title basically, except for the last couple of words. I mean, this is generally not a good thing, because again, it doesn't do any good by stuffing all your titles with the same words. I mean, the search engine Google isn't dumb. I mean, it looks like you're trying to keyword stuff the title. So I would just, for each page, I'll just put what it's about, and that's it. There's no need to repeat yourself for every single page. One of the bad things about that is this is longer than 65 symbols. The search engines, they won't even display it. So I mean, what's the point? So you want to get whatever your page is about right up front, and everything else is superfluous. I mean, I would probably just have this title as your home page, and that's it. Every other page should have a different, unique page title. I also see you have a personal Facebook page. That's great. If that's your goal, is to build your own brand, that's what you should do. But if you're looking to build specifically for TutorDoctorNJ.com's brand, you may want to consider having a page just for that. The only weird thing I found was your LinkedIn button. It doesn't really go anywhere. Here, I can show you. When someone clicks on the LinkedIn button, I just get my own. Like it doesn't go anywhere. I get this weird URL. You know, maybe you changed your LinkedIn profile's URL. Just want to update that. That's all. No biggie. And your YouTube channel, yeah, you have one. That's a great start. You just want to populate it with some videos. You know, for your company, I would probably put, you know, testimonials, or, you know, answer a couple of frequently asked questions on your video. You know, just simple stuff. Doesn't have to take you long. Maybe 2 to 5 minutes each. I also saw that you did some pay-per-click. Everything here is good. I liked how you targeted, you know, these not so obvious words, which is what you're supposed to do. The only thing I would do is, this is not good. You know, it looks like you had all the traffic just going to your homepage. That's okay, but it could be optimized. Again, I'm not sure how good your conversion is. So I mean, if you know all these people that came to your site all signed up and asked for a phone call, then that's great. There's nothing you need to change. But I mean, just looking at the average position these ads were in, you know, it wasn't showing up as one of the top ones. So, you know, again, that's not good. You know, people only, you know, you have a better chance of being clicked when you're higher. I mean, the only keyword that I saw that was decent was Excel tutor and online science tutor, which you were ranked 4th and 8th for average wise. That's good. But again, the only thing I would change is I would not direct all your traffic just to your homepage. I would actually build specific landing pages designed to cater to you know, this student. Because let's say I'm a student, I'm looking for an online science tutor, so I type into Google online science tutor. Now, if I click on your ad, I want to see a page about online science tutors. Otherwise, there's a disconnect, right? Because I'm looking for online science tutor, I better see something about online science tutor. You know, it has to be really targeted. Otherwise, I'm just going to click on the back button. You know, click on your competitor, because I mean, clicking on the back button is so easy. And this is just some of your competitors. I mean, don't pay much attention to the website grade. I mean, this was, you know, just an algorithm that we have that generates, you know, based on all the factors we talked about. But again, yeah, I mean, I could care less if my website grade is 0, as long as I'm getting traffic and converting, right? But it just gives you an idea of how you rank and compare to your competitors. That's all. It just gives us, you know, a baseline to work from. So that's it, Sneal. I hope you found the report useful, and if you have any questions, you can just email me or give me a call. And if you want to get started right away, just reply to the email so you can discover how you can help as many people as you can while also increasing your bottom line. Alright, thanks. Talk to you soon.